to Char's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade refrigerator potato rolls. This is a favorite recipe of mine. I've been making it for over 30 years. Both of my daughters grew up on this and my sweetie pie husband. So you're going to start off with a cup of warm water, and I always say the temperature of a baby's bath. And then 2 packages of yeast. You can either use this kind of yeast in the package, or I buy it by the jar. So we'll have 2 tablespoons of yeast sprinkled on top of the water. And then also you'll sprinkle 1 tablespoon of sugar. And I'm going to give you the recipe at the end of the demonstration. Okay, so that's sprinkled on, and then you're going to stir that together and mix it. And then we're going to just let this sit for about just a few minutes. The recipe also calls for 2 cups of mashed potatoes and 2 cups of potato water. So I've already cooked the potatoes and mashed them, and you save the potato water, and then you add in 1 1/3 cups of butter. So I add that into the potatoes. And then also into this mixture, you're going to add 3 eggs. So you've got your cup of water and your yeast and sugar, so that's proofing. And then in a separate container bowl here, I'm adding the potatoes, the potato water, and the 3 eggs. And then I will mix that together. And then add 1 tablespoon of salt. I know that sounds like a lot, but we've got a lot of flour going into this, and the salt will help it rise as well. All right. And then just to sweeten it up, we are going to add 1 1/2 cups of sugar. And again, I'm mixing all of this in a separate bowl, and then I'll add it all to the yeast mixture. All right, so that's all mixed up. So the first thing I'm going to do is add in the 2 cups of potato water, which will give it extra flavor. And then this is my potato, sugar, eggs, butter, and salt. So as you can tell, you need a pretty good sized bowl here to take all of this. And just mix all that in. Oh, these are so good. You're gonna love these. Believe me, it's worth the effort here. Okay, so put that off to the side. So now, this is a lot of liquid. We are going to add as much as 9 cups of flour to make this recipe. This recipe will make, depending on the size, 3 to 4 dozen rolls. So I always add half of the flour right away. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 5 cups. The other thing that's great about this recipe is that once you make the dough, you can then mix it all together and leave it in your bowl and cover it and stick it in the refrigerator, and then pull it out and make rolls and bake them fresh, or you can bake them all at once. So we're going to do a little bit of both. We're going to make some today and then put the rest of the dough in the refrigerator. Okay, so I've got 5 cups of flour here. These are definitely the kind of rolls you don't even need butter. You can just eat them fresh out of the oven. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding more flour. There's 1 more cup. 2 more. More mixing. Oops. So you can see it's starting to thicken up. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more, and we actually might need more than 9, which is okay. The dough will just absorb what it needs. So here's my 2 remaining for a total of 9. So this will add to your arm exercises. You can okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of flour here on the table. And then pour this out. You can see it's very doughy. And that's okay. Okay, so now we are going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on here so it didn't get all stuck to your hands, and start shaping it. Going to add a little bit more. And again, you can't go wrong. I think I'm up to about 10 cups of flour, but the dough will only absorb what it needs. So 9 to 10 cups looks like it's gonna take. So I'm gathering it and trying to get it into a ball. I'm kind of picking it up. And this is one of those, the more you do it, the smoother this goes. Kind of get the rhythm of mixing it. So once we get the dough into a ball, like I said, you can either put the whole thing back in a bowl and stick it in the refrigerator until dinner time, until tomorrow, and then you'll take it out of the refrigerator and let it rise and shape it into balls and let those rise, and then bake it. What I'm going to do today is just go right into shaping the rolls and putting them on the cookie sheet and let them rise for 20 or 30 minutes and then bake them. So I put a little bit of parchment paper on my cookie sheet. Okay, so now I am shaping the dough into rolls. As you can see, I'm just kind of rolling them up like little pancakes, mud pies. That's what the girls used to do. And space them a little bit so they have some room to rise. We're going to bake these at 365 for about 20 minutes. Okay, so here are our rolls, kind of evenly spaced on here, and I'm going to cover these and let them rise for about 30 minutes, and then we'll bake them for 20 minutes at 365. And here we have warm from the oven, wonderful baked potato rolls. And I also put this together. These make a great gift, and just a little basket for your friends. And I can guarantee you, once you make these, like I said, you don't need butter or anything, but I've got some jam here, and I will guarantee, y'all, you definitely want to make these. Thank you.